Hey, you guys, this is Lions Den here, with another news and commentary. I was going to upload the situation that happened in DC over the weekend, but Reaction would not do it, so I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it on here. Now, over the weekend, and of course, the mainstream media are not going to talk about this. They never do. Proud Boys, quote unquote, took over DC over the weekend with the with the rally they created. They said four people have been stabbed, a lot of people have been arrested, and then some media even said that they took over DC. I'm gonna tell you something. I used to live in the DC area. They may take took over downtown, but I'm gonna tell you something about them. They're smart enough not to come to um southeast or northeast with this. I guarantee you, this is not going to happen in southeast and northeast because we already know what would happen. Then the mainstream media would have reported then if that would happen. See the black neighborhoods we don't play, and then you burn historically black churches, burning a Black Lives Matter banner, and you see how tough you are. The only reason why they allow this to happen because the cops allow this to happen. And neither one of them are smart. They're smart enough not to come to southeast or northeast with this, or Prince George's County like Suitland, Oxon Hill, other places like that. They smart enough not to go through that because in Capitol Heights with this, they know that they're smart enough not to do that because if they cross that line and do what they did in downtown over the weekend, it would have been a totally different story. Then they're gonna get DC police all over our neighborhoods there and try to prevent violence from happening. But it shows you the strategic how they are. And when people talking about, well, they took over DC the weekend, they didn't take over the entire part of DC. The only place they took over is downtown. They didn't take over like southeast or northeast because it would have been problems. And it would have been a big problem when they took over southeast, northeast. Hell, they come to Prince George's County with this, like Capitol Heights, Hillcrest Heights, Suitland. You want to go have that problem? And we already know how dangerous these areas are. So, and I'm just laughing at what they say. Oh, Proud Boys, we took over DC. Really? Nah, you might took over downtown, but you never taken over southeast, northeast. You never took over Capitol Heights, which is the border part of southeast. You never took over Hillcrest Heights, Suitland, Palmer Park. Now, if you try to take over those neighborhoods, then we have an issue. Then we have a problem because I guarantee you, I'm telling you like this. I mean, if they enter that neighborhood, I guarantee they're never coming back out of it alive. I'm just letting you know that. I'm letting you know that they have the temper tantrum, having a fit, whatever. You took over DC, you took over downtown, whatever. And I still got, I mean, even though I'm living in a different state now, I still got connects. I still got friends living in DC. I still got family living in DC. So they tell me some stuff, and I guarantee you, they took over downtown DC, whatever, because that's all they can do. Take over, have a temper tantrum, starting fights and starting violence. They know, that's what I'm saying. They smart enough, excuse me, they smart enough not to take over Southeast. They smart enough not to take over Northeast. They smart enough not to take over Capitol Heights, Suitland, Hillcrest Heights, and all these areas that I just named are the border of Southeast. They're smart enough not to do that. Because again, if that happens, it would have been problems. You talk about violence, it would have been shootouts everywhere. And then you have the police and the National Guards in the neighborhoods. So they're really smart enough not to even go through that drama. So again, y'all, it shows you how desperate They really are. And again, you got cops, part of the Proud Boys, and the Boogaloo Boys. Let's keep it real. So the thing of it is, they had their temper tantrum in downtown DC over the weekend. Temper tantrum. But you know as well as I was, and people who lived in the DC area, Black Lives Matter DC, or ADOS DC. I lived in that area for almost 23 years before I moved into another state. So I know what's up. I've been through these neighborhoods in Southeast and in Northeast. One of the most dangerous neighborhoods in DC. So when the media try to put up, well, the Proud Boys taking over DC, I just laugh at them. I just really laugh at them because, they took over downtown, but they didn't take over the entire DC. Okay? They haven't taken over Southeast or Northeast, which was one of the hot spots of the black name, one of the most dangerous hot spots in DC. They ain't taking over Suitland or Capitol Heights. Let's keep it real. I'm telling you, they're not taking over DC. Hell no. Maybe downtown, but not the black neighborhoods. Because, again, if they would have done that, it would have been the big problems. Then you would have the National Guards all over it would have been problems. It would have been like, he was talking about stabbing, 4 people got stabbed. It's going to get, if you come to DC, Southeast and North, it would have been a lot worse than that. Even bodies all over the streets. So, yeah, like I said before, I was laughing when people talking about, oh, the Proud Boys taking over DC. Maybe downtown, but I guarantee you, they're smart enough which area they go to. They're really smart enough. Because if they would have went to Southeast or Northeast, like Alabama Avenue or Central Avenue or Minnesota Avenue, you want to go to those areas doing this, or Simple City. Yes, I'm naming the worst neighborhoods in Southeast. You want to go over there and do them dramas, you're going to be having a whole lot of problems. So y'all let me know what you think about this. I'm laughing because they talk about they taking over DC, they beating up people, acting big and bad, and police allowing that to happen, burning historically black churches, burning up Black Lives Matter banners. But I guarantee you, they're smart enough not to come to Southeast with this. They're smart enough not to come to Northeast with this. Or like Minnesota Avenue, Central Avenue, Alabama Avenue, all them parts of Southeast. They know they want to go to that neighborhood because they might enter the neighborhoods, but they're not going to make it out alive. Trust. Y'all let me know what you think. Like, click, subscribe, and remember to click the notification bell for all the news and commentary. With that being said, this Lions Den signing off. Deuces.